So, what's good? How y'all doing? If you are seeing this right now, that means I've had a productive day, a productive week, a productive month. It also means you're tuned in. But if you are subscribed, that means you fuck with me, which means I fuck with you. Period. So today, y'all, it's about to get real. Skeletons is falling on up out the closet. I mean, finish a little bit more of my drink because I ain't feeling it yet. I had made a smoothie from the rest of the little bottle, so it's tasting like juice, but you know, I'm starting to feel it in my limbs a little bit. Hold on. Because I know y'all see the title of this video. And if you clicked it and you're watching it, then you ready for the tea. Whether you know me or not, you're about to get it. So, I'm going to save how I found out who Usher's cousin was for the last part. Because if you fuck with me and you watch my other two Usher videos, I told y'all I eventually found out who his cousin was. So, it's definitely a story. I'm going to try to piece this shit together. I told y'all my childhood was a blur. These college days was a blur. Because I was fucked up. I was partying. Okay. Let me finish them out. Hold on. But y'all, is y'all ready? Okay, let's get it. Where do I want to start? So the first story I want to tell, and this actually happened after I found out who Usher's cousin was, but I'm going to tell this other part first. So I was fucking with a few people. Excuse me. I told y'all that I was fucking with a few people in school, especially after the whole fallout with Usher. Now my conscience is completely clear. Like, we wasn't together when all that shit was happening, but now my conscience is clear. Like, I don't have nobody to go home to, worry about getting caught up with, none of that. So, what do I want to call this guy? Lame. Oh, I came up with that fast. He lame. The girl, I'm gonna call her bully. Because she thought she was a bully and she thought I was scared. So I'm gonna call her what she thought she was, a bully. So, short story shorter, because of course I don't remember all the details, so let me just get right to it. I'm dealing with a few people at school, you know what I'm saying, but a lot of other guys are still trying to, you know, shoot they shot, shooting little compliments through Facebook, trying to dance with me at parties, like, but who I wanted to fuck with, I was already fucking with, and I wasn't gonna fuck with nobody else. Like, I was good with my little select few, one here, one there, one over here. Most of them don't know each other, so I'm cool. So, I guess I'm on Facebook. I don't really know how this came about. Like, I don't really remember every step to how we got to this night. But I know I'm on Facebook. And this is back when they used to have notes. Like, where you could write a note and post it. And it'd be like just a long ass status, basically. Where you could post a long status now. But notes. It was called notes. I don't think it was like a status thing. So I remember the guy Lane was always trying to talk to me, and he had a girlfriend that went to the school. Her name was Bully. So he always writing me, always liking my statuses or whatever we used to do on Facebook. He was just always popping up in my notifications. I would see him in person. He would stare me down, like, awkwardly, like, weirdly, like, you thought I was feeling you? You can't even munch. Like, you can't even touch. You can't even, like, you know what I'm saying? He was giving me weird vibes. He was, like, real frumpy looking, round little head, butterball cheeks. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was about 12. Like, and he was weird. Like, he would stare at me. I would walk down the hall or past the cafeteria or something and be like, he'd be like, And I'll be walking past like, what the fuck? Like, he was that weird. He was giving weird vibes. But I think I was about to talk to one of his friends, or I liked one of his friends. So, you know what I'm saying? I would just see him. Like, if I'm trying to talk to this guy, Lane would be just standing there. Like, and I could just imagine him breathing hard. Like, boy, ugh, you lame as fuck. So, whatever. So, he will always be writing me and stuff. So, I get a message from Bully, right? And she basically like, don't fuck with my man. You can fuck with whoever you want to fuck with. Don't fuck with my man. You bet not fuck with my man. I bet not catch you in his messages. I want to say I like one of his pictures. I might have commented on something. I don't remember how Facebook used to work. So I did something to where she felt like she needed to message me on Facebook. Right? So I'm in my dorm room and I'm talking to my roommate like, girl, look at this message. And she like, was you fucking with her man? I'm like, no, I literally can't stand him. He literally creeps me out. Like, what is she talking about? She like, girl, cause why would she write you like that if you ain't been fucking with him? I'm like, girl, I don't know. So instead of, I don't know if I responded to her. I can't remember. But I know I wrote a note. And the note was called, what was the note called? It was called like, pull up on me, or was it check me then? It was like something like, basically like, do something about it then. Like, that's basically the whole energy of the note was, you feel like I'm fucking with your nigga, do something about it. Like, I forgot what it was called. It was something so, look, I was being lame. Y'all should have called myself lame. But I write this long note, basically like, girl, in my messages about her man, when I could care less about him, definitely don't give a fuck about you type energy. Like, I don't know word for word, but it was like, you know where my room is. You want to message me like you big and bad, but you know where I lay my head. Come to my door. Like, come see me about it. Like, I was the whole, and it was long, so it had to be like at least 4 paragraphs. A bitch wrote an essay. A bitch wrote an essay about this girl messaging me about lame ass. Right? So I'm typing. I let my roommate kind of read it. She walk over and she reading it. She like, you about to post that? She like, Ebony, don't post that. I'm like, I'm about to post it. She like, girl, you about to start so much shit. I'm like, I'm just saying. She don't ever say nothing to me in person. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even had a conversation between, you know what I'm saying? Like a group conversation before, and she never gave me this energy. So I don't know where it's coming from, but girl, come knock on my door. Like, the fuck? So I posted. It wasn't up there for 20 minutes. It wasn't up there for a whole 30 minutes before it's a knock on the fucking door. Now, I feel like I was anticipating her coming because, I mean, unless you just the scariest bitch ever, if somebody tell you some shit, if you see some shit that you basically tagged in that say, pull up or come see me about it or what you gonna do about it, like 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, we 17, 18, 19, it's gonna happen. So I feel like I was anticipating it. So I get up. I don't remember what I had on. I feel like I had some shorts on and like a little shirt. I get up, I open the door. So she's standing there with her hands, you know, down like this. You know what I'm saying? She's standing there like this. I'm like, what's up? She like, what's that shit you talking about on Facebook? I'm like, you can read, right? You read what it said. You so concerned about your nigga when I want nothing to do with him. So why are you sending me messages? I couldn't even finish my sentence. Now, let me tell you, it's me and my roommate in this room right next door. I went to high school with my roommate. Matter of fact, I don't know if I told y'all that in the last Usher video, but I went to high school with my roommate. So she was like my best friend at the time. So me and my best friend, me and my roommate is in our room. Right next door was 2 other girls we went to high school with. So at this point, while me and her going back and forth kind of in my doorway, the people that was like just in the hallway anyway, stopping and looking, the 2 girls next door come out their room, or I want to say one of them was already in our room. I don't really know how this went exactly, but we steady going back and forth and talking. I'm like, so basically what you want to do at this point? You know, you say that. That's like green light to go. That's go mode. And somebody, so what's up? So what you want to do? The girl, I'm watching it like it's slow motion. Okay? And this is my altercation, and I'm watching it like it's slow motion. The girl went to swing. I'm watching her fist, right? So I'm like this. I'm watching her swing. And the girl that stayed next to us, another girl I went to high school with, she came in the middle of us. Like, soon as her fist went like this, the girl next door came and pushed her arm up, like literally, like she might have even connected, because I wasn't moving fast enough. If I'm, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't have been moving fast enough, because the girl came in the middle of us and pushed her arm up and started pushing her back, like, no, y'all ain't about to do that, y'all ain't about to do that. And everybody just, it's like the whole crowd, I don't know if them was her friends out there or what happened, but we all end up just in this big pile of people, like everybody pushing us together, and I end up falling. But the girl, she never hit me. She never hit me. She made this big old commotion outside my room. Everybody involved, I don't know if they was trying to jump me or if people was just pulling people off everybody else. We all just end up on the floor, kind of like tussling, rolling around. And I got up and I was so fucking mad, because I felt like I seen her swinging, and I'm about to swing too. I'm trying to duck and swing, and here she go come and move the girl hand and push her back. Like, I really wanted to fight her, because, girl, what's up? What are you talking about? I'm out here living my best life, and you worried about your nigga? Do you see the niggas I fuck with? You think I'm worried about him? Girl, how dare you? So I was really ready to fight her, and the girl I went to high school with then broke the shit up. Huge commotion in the fucking hallway. I remember just pacing in my fucking dorm room like, bro, you should have let me fight her. She like, no, you gonna get put out. You gonna get put out of school. We just got here with this show. This our first semester. They don't care about us. And you didn't posted that on Facebook. Everybody seen it. It's gonna seem like you started it. Da, 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 da. I said, she came to my room. Whatever would have happened to her coming to my door, that would have been on her, because you could have stayed in your room. You didn't even have to, you know what I'm saying? But she ruined the fight, because who knows how that would have turned out. I was ready, baby. As soon as I said, what you want to do? And she went to swing. Could have went different. It could have been a victory story. But we'll never know. We'll never know. Thanks a lot, girl. I don't know where you at. I ain't seen no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing from you since them days. So I hope you okay. If this ever reach you, what's up, girl? And you might have saved me. I don't know, because the bitch, I don't know what sport she played, but she was a little cocky, you know what I'm saying? But after that, it was always tension, but we still never fought. Like, I would see her and it'd be a staring competition, like, oh, see each other at a party, bitch, you stay over there, I'm over here. Like, we never fought. Her nigga, literally, his eye, like, he went blind when I came around. He was not looking at me at all. Like, all that shit was dead. He actually did slide in the DMs, like, right after I stopped going there and shit, but ignored the fuck out of him. Like, boy, bye. Never, it wasn't gonna happen then. It's definitely not gonna happen now. And then I think they end up getting married and having kids and all type of shit. So her man, she was not about to play about her man, but baby, I wasn't a person you had to worry about. Crazy, right? So there's another story where I was about to have my first threesome, right? So this is probably, I want to say this is after I went back home, I think probably for like the Christmas break, and came back. I had got cool with this, I believe she wasn't a freshman, she might have been like a sophomore or something. She had been there for a minute, and she had a little apartment. It was off campus, but it was still like walking distance. So I don't know, I don't remember where I met her, but it had to be like at a party or some type of get together, and we might have just been vibing, like dancing on each other, you know what I'm saying, feeling each other, and we just linked and we just connected. Come to find out, she was another one of the freaks on campus, and I guess like minds think alike, you know what I mean? Like we just, our energy, we match, we flow. And I end up finding out, like I had heard some rumors about her after I started kind of hanging out with her. Like I used to be at her apartment all the time. We would be like around campus together. We would hang like in the parties, we'd be sitting together, you know what I'm saying, drinking together. I used to smoke their weed. That's when I had started smoking cigarettes, fucking with her. I was just around campus with her a lot, and my roommate ended up telling me, like, I had heard some stuff about her. I'm like, what? She's like, she be fucking with the whole football team. She fuck with this person, that person. She was fucking with one of the teachers. All type of shit. I'm like, damn, for real? Nah, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But me being around campus with her, I mean, it just made sense to people because they already feeling like, oh, she fucking with this person, that person. And I link up with her, they like, oh, they friends now. They probably, you know what I'm saying? You know how that shit go. Right now, today, I don't give a fuck. But back then, I just didn't know what was being said and how it was looking from the outside in. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So, this one day, one of her neighbors in like the next couple buildings in the little complex or whatever was having a party. So she like, we should go. We should get real cute. All the football players gonna be there. You know, it's gonna be lit. I'm like, okay. So I remember I got dressed at her place. You know, we vibing to the music. We chilling. We taking pictures. We, you know what I'm saying, pre-gaming. This is back when we used to drink 1800 gold. 1800 gold? You gotta be a fucking savage to drink 1800 gold. Anyway, so we pre-gaming. I'm getting dressed. We get to walking over to the party. Now we walking. The building is only like 2 buildings away. So she's like, girl, I want you to meet this this one football player. I'ma name him Grills. Cause he had a damn, can I name him that? People gonna know who I'm talking about. I don't care. I'm gonna name him Grills because he had these gold grills. I want to say he was like from Florida or something. But what is you doing? What is you doing in Michigan? When you from Florida, like who comes to Michigan? Maybe the scholarship was better. I don't know. He was on a football team. But she telling me about Grills. Like, it's this football player named Grills. I want you to meet him, girl. He's so fine. I've been fucking with him for a minute. And I'm like, dang, like, what's up with him? Like, why do I need to meet him? Like, no, I was just telling him I had a friend. And you know what I'm saying? That you was cute and you was cool. And, like, we'll have a good time. Like, you know what I'm saying? He be throwing parties. Like, she ain't really saying it. And then I'm still young-minded, even though I'm up at school acting like I'm grown. I never even thought about 3 people being together. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even cross my mind, like, that this is what she was leading to. But looking back, she basically had told me before we even got to the party. But I didn't know it at the time. So she just told me about him, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll meet him, like, whatever. Cool. So we at the party. We drinking. I don't know if somebody put something in my drink, because a lot of this night, I don't remember. My memory instantly go to the moment that this shit went down. So I remember dancing with her. We was actually waiting for the bathroom. So we in the hallway, drunk as hell, still dancing, even though we waiting for the bathroom. Now next to the bathroom door was a bedroom door. And I can't even explain how this house was set up, but I want to say we was in the basement. It was like a finished basement, in the townhouse or whatever. So we in the basement, standing in the little hallway, waiting for the bathroom door to open. The other door next to the bathroom door opens, and it's dark as hell in this room, and all I see is these fucking Grills. A tall nigga with dreads standing there with these grills. And he just smiling. And she like, oh, there you go. I was looking for you. Da, da, da. He grabs her arm and pulls her in the room. So me, I'm still waiting for the bathroom. So the bathroom door finally opened and I come out. I'm drunk, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like leaning on the wall. Like, did I give her a name? What did I call her? I don't think I gave her a name. I'm gonna call her Skittles. I'm gonna call her Skittles because she used to have some real colorful hair. She used to do her own hair, and it used to be all different type of colors. So I'm like, Skittles, where you at? Like, I remember leaning on the wall, like looking for her. She's like, girl, I'm in here. So I'm walking the room, still dark. I want to say, was this a fucking bunk bed? Because my memory, like, I'm imagining them both sitting on the bottom bunk of a bed, right? And I walk in, it's still dark, and I see them sitting there. And she like, yeah, girl, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I just had to use the bathroom. Like, what we about to do? You know what I'm saying? The party was upstairs, and it's like, you can hear the music, but it's far away. So I'm like, let's go back upstairs. Like, let's go to the party. And she like, no, come sit down. And I'm like, sit down for what? And then the football player like, I don't bite. You don't bite? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just standing there like, what did y'all talk about? The party is upstairs. Like, what am I coming to sit down for? Next thing you know, he get the rubbing on her neck and like taking her shirt off and rubbing all on her body. They kissing and shit. And I'm just standing there like, what the fuck? You know, this is the first time I'm seeing this shit in person. You know what I'm saying? This was before Pornhub. This is before all these sites being accessible online. This is back when, you know what I'm saying, right before this, I was still sneaking and watching my brother's DVDs and shit. Like, so I ain't know nothing about no threesome. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. I'm like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of getting a little high. I'm getting a little turned on. Like, damn. And the football player, Grills, was foreign. I'm talking about, he was like light skinned, but he was super tan. You could tell that he stood outside with his shirt off all fucking summer playing football. He was like light skinned but super tan, like ooh. And he had these dreads, but then he had some good ass hair. So like his little new growth would be like all kind of curly a little bit. And then he was tall. His chest was, his body, I definitely did see his body before, like, watching him play football and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Especially after this, I noticed him. Every time I seen him, I noticed him after this. You know what I'm saying? He was tall with these grills. He had the accent, the little country accent. He was definitely fine. So, I'm standing there watching them kiss and basically all type of foreplay right in front of me. And then she look over at me. She get up, she comes towards me, because I'm literally standing in the middle of the floor, and they sitting down on I want to say it was a bunk bed. Like, I don't know if I'm remembering it wrong, but she get up, she walk towards me, she get the playing in my hair, she get the rubbing all on me, and I'm liking it at first. I'm like, oh my God, she get the kissing me. I'm like, oh my God, is this happening? So she pulled me towards the bed. He stand up and get to taking his pants off. I walked out the room. I got up and I walked out the room. I was scared. Like, at first, like, when it was just her feeling on me, I was just gonna go with the flow because I'm drunk. It's feeling good. Like, fuck it. But something about when he stood up to, like, make it official what was about to happen, I got scared. And I left out. She's like, where you going? And I just kept walking. I want to say I walked back to my dorm. Like, I didn't even go to her house. Like, I left the party, went home, like, went to my dorm. Like, bro, when I say heart beating, palms sweating, like, because I was getting turned on. So it was a lot of emotions, and I just wasn't, like, ready. You know what I'm saying? Physically, my body was like, yes, but then my head was like, bitch, run. Run, bitch. Run. And I fucking got the fuck out of there. And I was still cool with her after that. And I don't remember, like, if we ever talked about it, but, you You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling that she was like, girl, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still got it in. I'm pretty sure she still got it in because the man was fine. Like, was it threesome or nothing? I don't know. Let me know, girl, if you ever see this. Let me know what happened because I don't remember that was crazy, right? Now, let me tell y'all how I found out who Usher cousin was. Don't judge me. Okay, I am 32 years old. This was over 15 years ago. Or was it exactly 15 years ago? It was exactly 15 years ago. That's a long time. Like, I've grown up so much, but this is what I was talking about like, shit seeming fun and like, ooh, okay, cool back then. But then, now that I'm older, I was putting myself through trauma. I was traumatizing my damn self. Just shit going on around me, and I don't understand it, and I don't realize that I'm making all the wrong decisions. But anyway, so, again, I don't remember what led up to this moment, but I am at a party. I am drinking. I am drunk. The common denominator in a lot of these stories is me not being sober. So I'm at a party and this guy is staring at me like most of the night. I'm dancing with a whole bunch of different type of people. I'm chilling, I'm drinking. This is when they used to make, I don't know if they was calling it jungle juice back then, but whatever fraternity or whatever, whatever fraternity it was, they would make a drink and it would be the same color, they colors or whatever. So I'm sitting there drinking my jungle juice, my little punch or whatever, and this guy is staring at me. Now he is dark skin, but it ain't like burnt black. It was like sexy dark skin chocolate, and he was tall. He had a nice little haircut, or did he have braids? I don't remember, but his hair was neat. He had a nice little fit on. He had some nice little shoes on. He's staring at me. And I'm, every time I look at him, he looking at me. And I'm like, okay. I don't even know if my roommate was at this party. Because, I would just be dangling. Like, hey, there's some music over here. They look familiar. I'm going to the party. Like, whatever. So, hold on, y'all. So, he's staring at me. He eventually come over and asked for a little dance. So I give him a little dance, yep, you see that? You see how I move, you feel that? Yeah, it's real soft, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? I'm giving him all that energy. So I'm drunker than a skunk at this point because I'm steady sipping. So I'm getting a little woozy, you know what I'm saying? My knees is, not holding me up. I can't stand up straight. I'm clinging onto the wall. I'm ready to go. So he like, oh, what room you stay in? I let him know. He like, oh, I stay there too. I'm like, oh, okay. He like, let me walk you. I'm like, okay. So we walking. We eventually get there. I just remember getting on the motherfucking elevator. I'm kind of, still trying to hold myself up in the elevator. He's supposed to be walking me to my room. Now, what's crazy is when you come up the elevator, you walk a little ways and there's no doors. But that first door to the left is my door. So I'm on the elevator and I get off the elevator with him. I feel like he walking me to my door. But he opens the door, and sometimes our room door will be open, especially if she in the room and I'm not there yet, she might leave it open. If I'm in the room and she's not there yet, I might leave it open because, you know what I'm saying, so you could just come in. So he opened the door, and we go in. The room is dark. The room don't look nothing like my room. Like, you know what I'm saying, you can recognize your own shit, but I'm drunk. So I'm just standing there like, this ain't my room. This nigga room was in the same place that my room is on his floor, though. We was on his floor. We not on my floor. So when we go to the door, I'm thinking it's mine. Whole time, we at his door. So I'm in the room. He cut a little lamp on his desk, and he sit in his computer chair. So I'm still standing up like close by the door. He like, man, come over here. What you standing over there for? I'm like, where we at? He like, you said you stay in this building, right? I'm like, yeah, I do. He like, yeah, I stay in this building too. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just registering real slow what's happening and what's going on. So he like, yeah, come over here. Like, you okay? I know you drunk. Have a seat. And I'm like, no. So I walk over there towards him, and I'm standing up in front of him while he's sitting in this computer chair, and he holding my hand. Because he like, come on, sit down over here. And I'm like, just standing there like, no, I don't want to sit down. And he like, yeah, man, I knew you looked familiar. I had seen you on Facebook, but I ain't never seen you in person. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing it, but I ain't hearing it. I'm like, okay, that's why he was staring at me, but it's not clicking. Like, what you mean I look familiar? Right? So I'm still just standing there, and he like, yeah, you so fine. You so fucking fine. Like, I ain't never seen you in person. Like, you really is pretty. And he rubbing my arm, because he holding my hand, so he like rubbing my arm. You know, he work his stuff up to my little forearm, you know what I'm saying? So, but my hand is like down here, and he holding it, so he leave my arm and start rubbing on my leg. And I'm standing there like, yeah, I just want to go to my room. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck I was saying, but I'm hearing what he's saying. And he like, yeah, my cousin them, you know what I'm saying? He really loved you. Like, what? So he rubbing on my thigh. Now my knees already weak. He rubbing on my thigh, and he like pulls my thigh towards him. Like, so my thigh area, like basically the back of my knee, he pulls it, and I'm already standing in front of him. So I literally go and straddle him in his fucking computer chair. Just off him doing that, I'm already drunk. I'm already kind of going with the flow, but my mind is telling me something different, and my body still just going with the flow. So I'm straddling him at this point in this motherfucking computer chair with my arms around his neck, just off that simple hand movement behind my knee. Like, and he like, yeah, but he told me y'all have broke up, so you really free now. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm hearing him, but I'm like, what? So my face is like kind of leaning on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? He get the kissing me on my cheek and stuff right here, and I get the kissing him. And he like, yeah, my cousin crazy. I'll never let you go. And I'm like, yo, cousin. You know what I'm saying? I start instantly sobering up a little bit. I'm like, hold on. So I get to start trying to get up. He like, wait, no, where you going? I'm like, no. So I'm stumbling out the room. Stumbling. I find the door. I open the door. Why the fuck is the hallway filled with motherfuckers basically waiting until we come out the room? People I had class with, everybody that stay on the floor, everybody that stay in the building, people that came up from the party. I don't know if they followed us and was behind us the whole time. I don't know if they saw us in the lobby and just decided to come up here to his room. I don't know what the memo was. Was he setting me up? Was Usher about to walk out of this crowd of people and say, gotcha, bitch? Like, I open his door and it's filled with people. And I'm drunk, and I open the door and they like, everybody just fall out like laughing and da-da-da. And I'm like, I'm walking through the crowd of people like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I feel like paparazzi, like, no pictures, please. Like, what the fuck? I get on the elevator. I go to my floor. I guess I knew where I was at to get to my floor. I don't fucking know. I go in my room, fall asleep on the bathroom floor, butt ass naked. I don't know when I took my clothes off. I don't know why I didn't make it back to my bed, but I woke up naked on the bathroom floor. So, that's how I found out who Usher cousin was. Nah, I know I'm missing a lot of stuff, but that's how that happened. That's pretty much how I remember that happening. So, until next time, you guys, be productive, be safe, and have fun. Not too much fun. If you wake up on the bathroom floor naked too many times, you're going to have to reevaluate some shit. So be safe more than anything. Peace.